Hello, everyone. I am Andrew, and this is Discovering the Truth. I just want to say one thing before I start this video. I apologize that I was not able to get part 2 of my encounter video out or any video in that fact because unfortunately to me and my whole family we all got sick with a very nasty stomach bug, but thankfully everyone is better now and it is behind us. But let me tell you, that was not pleasant by no means. Now, one other thing before I continue. I have recently created a TikTok, and I know a lot of people are controversial about TikTok. The only reason I did TikTok is because I can live stream on there, and I can invite people onto my show through there, so that people can tell me their own personal encounters of cryptids, paranormal, and all that good stuff. But also, it gives me a way that if any of you are interested into coming onto my YouTube channel, having a Zoom call and you tell me about your encounter, or if you just want to tell me about, your thoughts on what these things are, where they come from, you can message me directly off of TikTok, and then therefore I have a means of being able to invite you guys to Zoom calls and all that good stuff. At the end of this video, I will be a part of this video at the end where it's going to show you my name and all that good stuff on there. So if you want to support me on there, or if you're interested in messaging me personally, or if you have your own story you'd like to tell, hit me up on there. Now, in today's video, I want to discuss something that I find to be very, very disturbing. And I'm sure that other people have probably already heard this because I'm a bit late to the party because I've been sick. But recently, a woman, actually this past Sunday on Easter, a woman went to a residence to apply for a job position. I'm pretty sure is a farm hand. And in doing so, the lady was attacked and mauled by a dog like creature that no one can identify. Even a sheriff's officer of 38 years has never seen such severe injuries from an animal attack. Now, I don't know. I'm going to play this video here with you and then we're going to discuss it. Like I said, it's going to be a nice, short, sweet video. But I want to get this out there because I feel like in the last couple of years, people's encounters, people disappearing, people being attacked has definitely increased drastically. And I mean, it's truly at alarming rates that more and more of this is coming out. Now, I could be completely wrong, and this could just be a simple animal attack. But the lady did state it was a dog like creature that pounced on her. So, I'm going to play this, listen to it, and you guys decide. And then when the video is over, I'll discuss it a bit, and we'll go on from there. Here we go.
New tonight, a McAllister mom is fighting for her life after a brutal animal attack, leaving her husband and two young daughters in a tough position.
Alicia Maxey was found severely injured Sunday morning. On top of that, her husband Wallace is on dialysis and waiting for a kidney transplant. Fox 23's Paige Orr joins us live in studio. Paige, you talked to the family and to investigators.
That's right, guys. Investigators originally thought that a dog was responsible, but the Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Office is now working with wildlife experts to identify the animal. As they search for answers, Alicia's family is struggling to stay afloat without their sole breadwinner and without a vehicle to get Wallace to his life-saving treatments.
In a remote yard in Blanco, Oklahoma, Alicia Maxey was ambushed before she could even reach the front door of a home where she was hoping to find work.
She heard a deep growl. She said she could remember this growl. And she turned to run back to the truck, and something just pounced on her and knocked her to the ground. And she says it was dog-like, is what she described, but she didn't say it was certainly a dog.
Alicia was airlifted to Ascension St. John in Tulsa with gruesome injuries to her face, arms, and legs. For her husband, Wallace, the first sight of his wife in the ICU was beyond anything he expected.
Whenever I first walked in here, I wasn't expecting to see this. I was thinking more of like a dog chewed up on her leg or bites on
typical
her
dog
arm
attack
or something. I wasn't expecting this. But when I first walked in and I seen her, I broke down and started crying.
I'm in too much pain to say anything.
While Alicia fights through her 4th surgery, Pittsburgh County Sheriff Frankie McClendon says the sheer scale of the attack has prompted a search for answers.
38 years, I've never been involved or seen anything to this extent as far as injuries caused by a wild animal. Our question now is what caused these injuries? We've got the Department of Wildlife. They have actually taken some of the evidence, some of the clothing that was ripped from her, and send it off to one of their labs to see what we can find out if there's any way to identify what type of animal.
The tragedy.
Alright, so you guys heard that for yourselves. So, this lady went to a residence, and before she could get to the door, she said that she heard a growl, but she said it was, pretty much she was saying it was a very unusual but very powerful, roar or growl. And usually that is something that you hear in a lot of Dogman encounters, is that their growl and howls or roars, it reverberates in your chest. And, that's the first thing I thought of when I heard that. And the fact that this thing was able to get her so fast before she could get to her vehicle, and she was attacked. Well, they said the animal pounced on her. And usually that's not with dog attacks. Normally with dog attacks, the dog will definitely lunge for the ankles and arms to try to knock you down. And most of the time you can fight off a dog for the most part. But the fact that she had so many injuries from this dog, and they said it was very gruesome. So the attack was definitely very bad. Like I said, it could still be potentially a dog. I don't know. It just does not seem like something a normal dog attack, because I've been attacked by a dog before, and it literally was biting my ankles and, lunging at my arms and stuff while trying to, swat at it to make it stop. So I'm not really sure, but it's definitely very, very suspicious. And then the fact that the sheriff's guy that's been there for 38 years has never seen an animal attack this severe before. And the fact that they had to contact the Department of Wildlife to get involved to collect pieces of her clothing and things for DNA analysis. So to me, that just screams that this is something very abnormal. Like, this is not something that just happens. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But this definitely comes off as something like a Dogman. But I don't know. Time will tell, and I'm going to try to keep up with this story. I'm sure there's more information out now about this, but I have not had time to be able to look up anything or, watch anything as of right now. But I will be here consistently in the next, for now on until, well, hopefully not another stomach bug. But I just want to know your guys' thoughts. So, if you haven't, please like and subscribe. Help out a North Carolina small content creator that has had a very terrifying encounter of my own. I am trying to grow this channel so that I can reach more people, but also I want to interact with the community as much as possible, because I feel like the more people get their stories out, the more people that come together, the more likelihood that we can all discover the truth of what is going on with the strange, bizarre, and honestly, pure nightmare fuel. And for this lady and her family, I do want to say, I hope that you have a speedy recovery and that you do get back to your full strength, and that your husband can be able to get to his dialysis and all those things. I condolences to everybody. I just want you guys to be okay. I mean, I know I'm a small content creator. You probably won't ever hear this, but I just want to say that because, I couldn't imagine if it was my wife that got mauled or something by an animal. It would be definitely very hard for me and our children. But, yeah, if you guys have an idea of what you guys think this might be, please leave a comment, because I want to interact with you guys and get your guys' thoughts on this. It just seems very strange, and I feel like that we're going to find out that this is some unknown creature attack, or they're going to cover it up and say it was just some wild animal. And they'll probably say it's something bizarre or just something out there, and well, most people just go with what they're told and it gets swept under the rug, and that is the end of it. But I don't believe that. I think there's definitely something going on here, and I feel like for the past couple of years, the amount of sightings, the amount of people that have come up missing, and the number of attacks that have happened to people regarding cryptids and things of folklore and paranormal and things has definitely increased drastically. I've always been a believer in this, and I became a very big believer when I had my own encounter. But, it seems like these things attack just out of nowhere. No warning, no nothing, and then bam, it happens. And the fact that there are so many people that come up missing in national parks and things all the time, and now it's people are being attacked in neighborhoods. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't know. But one more thing before I go. Look at the very end of this video. There will be a screenshot of my TikTok. If you're interested in following me on there, watching my content on there, I will do like shorts of upcoming videos and things like that, and other things that I've created on there. Because I do work and I do have a family, so I don't have time to make videos continuously. But on TikTok, I can kind of put together a cool little video for everybody to watch. And if you have a story, it doesn't matter if you don't even have a story. If you just want to come on and talk to me and give me your guys' thoughts on what you think these things are, where they come from. And hey, one more thing. What do you think the most terrifying cryptid monster there is out there? I know what mine is. I want to know all of your guys's. So please, leave it in the comment down below. And it doesn't matter if there's one comment or 1,000. I will respond to each and every one of them. So, I greatly appreciate all the support that I've gotten from all of you. And please, do everybody a favor. Say a prayer for this woman and her family. And make sure that you guys keep your heads on swivels. Make sure that you are watching and looking and listening, when you're by the woods or even in your yard. And make sure you keep a close eye on your children. Because these things are very real. And they do attack out of nowhere. So be careful, be safe, and I am Andrew, and this is Discovering the Truth. I will see all of you in the next one. You have a wonderful day. I'm out.